Welcome to iLecture Online. Now here we have a couple of examples of the kind of things you'll run into where geometry is really great if you know how to apply the different rules and theorems. Notice that there's no measures, indicators, no ABC anywhere. We simply are given two triangles that appear to have something in common. With other words, there's some angles that are congruent, and we're given some measures of angles, and in some cases angles in terms of x and y, and we're trying to determine the values for x and y. So how do you go about doing that? Well, again, to get to the final result of x and y, there's probably a lot of different paths that we can take, but in this case, whatever path we take, we just use the rules that we have learned so far. So I'm looking at this bottom triangle, and right away I'm given two angles, the measure of two angles, and so to find the third angle I simply realize that the sum of all three angles must add up to 180 degrees, which means that this angle right here is going to be equal to 180 degrees minus the other two angles. And you can see that this would be 158 subtracted from 180, which is 22 degrees, which means this angle here is 22 degrees. Then when I look at the other angle, I realize that here, this angle is congruent to this angle. That means that this angle must also be 130 degrees. Then I can say that this angle must be congruent to this angle, because that's obviously indicated by those symbols. So we can say that 4x plus y degrees must equal 22 degrees. In other words, 4x plus y equals 22. But then of course I have one equation with two unknowns. I cannot yet solve that. But then I can look on the other side and realize that if these two angles are congruent to these two angles, that means that these two angles must be the same. That is the third angle theorem. And so based upon that, I can then also claim that 6x minus y degrees must equal 28 degrees. In other words, 6x minus y equals 28. And here now I have a second equation with the same unknowns x and y. Now I have to solve those for x and y, and notice that if I add these two equations together, I have a plus y here and a minus y here. They will simply drop out. So what I can do here is I can say 4x plus y equals 22, and I'm going to add that to 6x minus y equals 28. When I add them together, I get 10x, the y's cancel out, equals 50, divide both sides by 10, and I get x equals 5. And so if x equals 5, I can plug that in here or in here, it doesn't matter. I can take this equation, so 4 times 5 plus y equals 22, or 20 plus y equals 22, or y equals 22 minus 20, which is equal to 2. So there's my other value, x equals 5 and y equals 2. All right, now I go to my second example here, and notice that I'm given two triangles, and notice, did I copy everything that's supposed to be known about those triangles? No, I forgot to do one more thing. It says that this angle is congruent to this angle. Otherwise, there would not be enough information for us to solve the problem. Okay, let's see here. Well, if this is 90 degrees, then this must be 90 degrees as well, because these are two supplementary angles. That means that this must also be a 90-degree angle. That's one way to look at it. So now that we know that we have this angle being congruent to this angle and this angle being congruent to this angle, that means that those two angles must be congruent as well. So I can indicate that by putting two little curved lines like that. Okay, now I'm ready to try and solve for x and y. Notice if this angle is congruent to this angle, that then implies that 12x plus 4y is equal to 40. Because, well, first let's put it in terms of degrees, and then we can simply state that 12x plus 4y therefore must equal 40. So there's our first equation, but it has two unknowns, so we can't solve that yet. But then, notice, I can figure out what this angle must be equal to, because based upon what we know about triangles, that the sum of all the angles must add up to 180 degrees. So then this angle here can be said to be 180 degrees minus 40 degrees minus 90 degrees. That's minus 130 degrees. So therefore this angle is 50 degrees. Okay, now that I know that, I can see that this angle is congruent to this angle, so I can set those two equal to each other. So 17x minus y degrees must equal 50 degrees, or 17x minus y equals 50. And there I have a second equation with the same two unknowns. Now I need to find a way to eliminate one of the unknowns. And notice I have a plus 4y here and a minus y. So if I multiply both sides of the equation by 4, like this, multiply both sides of the equation by 4, then this becomes minus 4y, and then I can add the two together and the y's will cancel out. So 4 times 17 is 68, so we get 68x minus 4y is equal to 200. And then I can go ahead and add that to this equation. 12x plus 4y is equal to 40. When I add the two together, I get 80x, the y's drop out, equals 240, and then divide both sides by 80. And I get x is equal to 3, because 3 times 80 is 240. Then I can plug that into one of our equations here. And let's see which equation I want to plug that into. It doesn't really matter. I'll plug it into this equation, and let's see what happens. So I'm going to replace x by 3, so I end up with 12 times 3 plus 4y is equal to 40. So that gives me 36 plus 4y is equal to 40. Subtract 36 from both sides. I get 4y equals 40 minus 36, or 4y equals 4. Divide both sides by 4, and I get y equals 1. So in this example, we know that x equals 3 and y equals 1. And that is how it's done.